Chio Nagata. I'm Mike Murray. I'm the superintendent of schools, and
I'm Beverly Payne. I'm the assistant superintendent.
And we decided this year, because we are forced in our new pandemic reality, that we cannot have a large meeting. So we've decided to do a video and welcome everyone to Cherokee Central Schools, the greatest school system in the mountains.
Yes, so all of you returning staff, I want to thank you so much for coming back and kicking off this school year with us. And I really want to extend a special welcome to all of our new staff for joining with us. I think it's going to be a great year.
We are very excited that we're going to be able to use our lunchrooms. We're going to be able to open up to a new normal that we hope will transition into a better situation than what we faced in the last 2.5 years, surviving through a global pandemic together. We are excited that our students are coming back. We're very excited that we have not lost numbers due to COVID, and we're going to be moving into new areas with new people.
So I want to update you on a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk a little bit about is our strategic innovation plan. Those of you who've been with us for a few years, you know we started this, technically we started it pre-pandemic, and so we've been struggling to get some momentum going, but we have. And last year, each of you received a placemat size poster of the CCS commitments and effective practices, along with the vision statement and our new mission statement. At the end of the school year, we sent out a survey that included our theory of action, as well as 3 goal statements that we want to incorporate into our strategic plan. And we got very good feedback on those. And so I think the theory of action, we had 86% of our folks saying, yes, go with this. And with our goal statements, I think it was 93% that said, yes, these are good goals. So we're going to incorporate that into our strategic innovation plan. And our next steps will be moving forward we will be doing some objectives, action planning, and we're also going to be continuing to work on our portrait of a graduate.
We want to again encourage everyone to keep in mind, when you turn on the news every night, you're hearing about school safety as the #1 story out there. We do have a wonderful campus with a lot of security prevention and protocol in place. It takes all of us to remember that it's critical and our highest priority to make sure every child is safe when they step foot on this campus. So please, if you're new to our campus, keep in mind that we do not ignore protocol. We make sure that doors are locked. There's no propping doors. I can't stress enough how important that is, because we can't give back their children if something was to happen. And all of us, every one of us, work day and night to protect our greatest asset, which are these children. Thank you.
So a couple other things that I want to talk about before we close. One is professional learning. We have been utilizing our professional learning communities quite a bit in recent years, and we're going to continue to do that. We're still going to focus on PLCs and on data in those PLCs. We're also going to be using a Critical Friends protocol. For some of you, that's probably going to be brand new. For others, I know you've already been using a version of this, and so it'll be something more familiar to you. I also want to encourage you to look at the offerings from RESA and NCAT for professional learning, and see what is out there that might help support you in the work that you do with our children. It's really important that we look at accelerating learning for our students, because it has been a really tough couple of years for all of our students. So accelerating learning and having that asset mindset instead of a deficit mindset, I think will go a long ways in helping us achieve what our students can achieve academically. The last thing I want to talk about is SchoolNet. This is a new resource that we have this year, but it's a resource that our state schools have had for a number of years. And SchoolNet is a large test item bank that teachers can draw from for formative assessment, common assessments, benchmark assessments. There are release tests there, and you'll be getting training on that this week, either on Tuesday or on Thursday, depending on which school that you work in. So it's really important that we actually utilize SchoolNet this year. We've been trying for a number of years to get this resource for you and for our students. And it's important because our students need to have the same opportunities as other students in the state to have exposure to these test items. So if you have any questions, about SchoolNet, please let me know.
In conclusion, let me say this. We are thrilled you're back. Welcome back, everyone. For our new staff members, you are part of a very important school family that work together to make sure that we do everything possible for our children. For those of you that are returning after being here several years, thanks for surviving COVID with us. We are going to make sure we continue to do everything we can to keep you safe. Make sure you're monitoring every day and do not come to work sick. Please make sure that, again, if you've not had your shots or your vaccinations or your boosters, be sure to have those up and ready and complete so that we're all protected. And if there's any question in your mind when you wake up in any morning and that you don't feel exactly right, stay home until you make sure you take a home COVID test and make sure you're safe before you come and expose to the rest of us. Again, I'm thrilled that you're back on campus, and we are very conscious of how important your time is. So we're going to conclude this welcome, but thank you for working for Cherokee Central Schools, and we are going to have a great year this year. Thanks.
Happy New Year.